What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Inside the Horseshoe. My name is Matt, and should the Indianapolis Colts sign Stephon Gilmore? I'm going to share my thoughts in just a minute, but before I do, if you're new, if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate if you would click that subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 2,000 subscribers before the start of the upcoming season, so if you could help me get there, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, click the bell icon so you're notified when I upload a video or when I go live. If you like this video, smack the like button, leave your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you have a Twitter, make sure you follow me on Twitter at horseshoe_pod. There's a link in the description down below. So I think it's fair to say that the Colts need help in the secondary. I think it's clear as day that they need to address the secondary. And one player who plays in the secondary that I've seen a lot of Colts fans clamoring for is Stephon Gilmore. Now, obviously, he was here in 2022, had a really good year. It was a bounce back year from the year prior. Yes, I know in 2021 he played 8 games. However, there's a lot of people that didn't know if he could get back to what he was before getting to Carolina. And honestly, he had one of his best seasons of his entire career. When you talk about tackles, there's not a season prior to 2022 where he had more tackles. He had a good year, right? It was one of his best seasons, in my opinion. Now, unfortunately, we ended up trading him to Dallas, which honestly, I understand that. He wants to play for a contender. Dallas is a contender, no matter how you feel about them. They are a contender. So we ended up trading him to Dallas, gave him an opportunity to potentially win a ring. Now he's a free agent. He's still available. He is a little older, but he is still pretty good. He's still proven that he is productive. I know a lot of people were down on him this past season, because I don't know, some people just didn't think he was as good as what he once was. But when you look at his stats statistically and compare it to 2022, statistically, he had a better season, right? Had more tackles, had 68 total tackles compared to the 66 in 2022, had 54 solo tackles compared to the 53 in 2022, had 14 assisted tackles compared to the 13 in 2022. He had one forced fumble this past season, didn't have a forced fumble in 2022, and he had 2 interceptions both in 2022 and 2023. The only thing statistically that he was better at than he was in 2023 was the yards on the interceptions. When he picked it off in Dallas, he didn't get any yards. When he picked it off in Indianapolis, he did get 31 total yards. So statistically, it's on par with what we've seen in the past. So yeah, maybe his play isn't quite as good, but he proves statistically that he still has it, right? And, again, he is older. That is true. But he's 33, I believe. He was born in 1990, so yeah, 33 if I'm not mistaken. 34. I think he'll be 34 this year. So he is a little older, but still has shown that he is more than capable of putting up good numbers and contributing to your defense. So with that being said, would I sign Stephon Gilmore? I love Stephon Gilmore, which is crazy to say about a former Patriot, but he did play for the Colts. I love Stephon. He did a really good job for us in 2022. I just wish the team would have been as good as what he was in 2022. Unfortunately, it was not. I love him. However, I don't think I would re-sign him. I don't think I would bring him back. And here's really the reason why. Reason number one, I don't really see a possibility to where we can sign a good veteran safety and Stephon Gilmore. Kind of like the same thing. I don't really think it's going to be possible to sign Julian Blackmon plus another good veteran safety. I don't think that's going to be possible. Maybe some players be willing to take less, but again, I don't think it's possible. Same thing here. I just financially don't think it's going to be possible to bring in Stephon Gilmore. I guess if you release Mo Alley Cox, maybe you can make the money work in that way, but it's going to be tough. Plus, I think Stephon Gilmore is going to want one more pretty good payday. He's not going to get like $20 million, but I think he wants around 10. And I think it's fair. Like statistically, he's earned $10 million at the very least. But financially speaking, I wouldn't resign him. Plus, again, I would rather go after a good veteran safety than Stephon Gilmore. Am I going to be upset if we resign Stephon Gilmore, bring him back to Indianapolis? No, I won't be upset. But I would prefer to go elsewhere in the secondary and then draft a corner like a Cam Hart is a guy that I really want to see Indianapolis draft. And I think Chris Ballard would take him too. But yeah, I just wouldn't sign him. Not because he's not good. No, he's more than capable of playing. It's just financially. Also, is he willing to come off the bench? Because if you ask me, I would rather go with Juju Brents than Stephon Gilmore. Obviously, I'm going to go with Kenny over Stephon and nickel. Like, that's an obvious. But then you would have to make the decision of, do I go with Gilmore or do I go with Flowers as starter? And me personally, I would go Flowers. I mean, Flowers had a really nice season prior to the injury. He's shown that he's capable of being a good starting corner. So I would go with Flowers over Gilmore. Is he willing to come off the bench? I don't think he is. So I personally wouldn't sign him. Now for the Colts, I think it depends what happens with the safety market. I think that's going to determine what Chris Ballard would do about Stephon Gilmore. But I think he'd be open to signing Stephon Gilmore. I think he definitely would be open. I don't think anything really ended bad between Gilmore and the Colts. Seemed like it was a mutual parting. I think Gilmore appreciates the fact that the Colts were willing to let him go off to another team, even though he had a really good year in 2022. I think Gilmore appreciates that, and I think he would be open to returning to Indianapolis because the team, it looks much better than what it did in 2022. So I think the Colts would be open to it. It just really comes down to the safety market and how that plays out and what they do in that market before they go to somebody like Stephon Gilmore. So I like Gilmore. I wouldn't sign him because financials, and also I think he wants to be a starter. And then with the Colts, I think to be open to it, but ultimately I don't think it's going to happen. So that's going to do it, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you're new, if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate if you would click that subscribe button. Also click the bell icon. That way you're notified when I upload a video or when I go live. If you like this video, smack the like button. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you have a Twitter, make sure you follow me on Twitter at @horseshoe_pod. There's a link in the description down below. So thank you very much for watching. I've been Matt, bleed blue, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, make sure you watch one of these other two videos. They're cool. Also, if you're new, please click the subscribe button as well as the bell icon. I greatly appreciate your support.